3D modeling numero 3.
Let's work on the leg of the minion. Let's select these vertices and scale it to even it out. And let's go to the multi-cut tool and insert an edge where the knee will be and the upper thigh. And let's select these vertices right here and scale them in. And scale these guys in because they'll have to be smaller than the overalls. The overalls will overlap these guys. And let's select the faces on the bottom of the leg and extrude in. Pull them out a little bit. And let's go to the multi-cut tool one more time and insert edge loop where the ankle will be. And let's delete history real quick. Let's go to the side view real quick and let's select these vertices and move them down. Select these guys and move it down. Select these guys and move it down. Select these guys and move it down. And let's insert an edge loop right here. And let's select these verts and move it out. Move these guys out and these guys out. And let's go to the front view. Let's move these verts out as well. Let's adjust the geometry on the bottom of the minion. Let's go to the side view real quick. And let's select these vertices and pull them out a little bit. Select these guys and pull it out. Let's go back to perspective view. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and let's split these edges right here. Split these guys, split these guys, and let's connect it here. Let's select these two edges and delete them. And let's select these vertices real quick and adjust them. Pull them down a little bit. Pull this one a little bit higher. And let's go to the multi-cut tool one more time. And let's split an edge here, here, and here. And let's also split an edge here, 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 and here. Let's delete these two edges right here. And let's connect these two vertices. We can always adjust these guys later on. Next, let's work on the shoe. Let's delete history and let's create a cube. And let's move it up and let's scale it. This will be the sole of the shoe, or the heel, the bottom part of the shoe. Let's scale it to match the reference image. And let's select these vertices over here and move it out to match the reference image. Let's go to the multi-cut tool, insert edge loop here, here, and here, and here. And let's insert one in the middle. So let's go to the multi-cut tool and insert one in the middle. Select these guys and move it up. Let's go and turn on symmetry and select these vertices and pull them up. And let's select these and pull them out. Select those guys, put them in. Select these and pull them out. Pull out these guys. scale these guys in. Let's go and delete history real quick. And let's go to the multi-cut tool and insert 2 edge loops here. And let's select these guys and pull them up. And select these guys and pull them out. Round out the shoe. Let's go to let's select these vertices and scale them and push them back to match the reference image. Select these guys, scale it and push it forward. Let's delete history. Let's select all the top faces of the sole. Let's turn off the symmetry tool and let's extrude it and extrude it in. And let's select these vertices and scale it in to straighten them out. And let's adjust some more vertices. Select these guys, turn on the symmetry tool again, and move it back. Select these guys and move it forward. And select this and move it forward a little bit. Select this, move it do the same thing on the bottom. Select all the faces on the bottom, turn off the symmetry tool, and extrude it and extrude it in. Let's select all these vertices and straighten them out. Let's turn on the symmetry tool again. Move these guys back. Move these guys back. Move this forward. And let's select these vertices and move it back a little bit. Delete history real quick. Let's work on the heel area of the sole. Let's select these vertices and scale it in to make it flat. Scale these vertices in to make it flat as well. Let's go to the bottom area of the heel and select all these faces. And let's turn off the symmetry tool and extrude down to create the heel. Let's go to the insert edge loop tool real quick and insert edge loop right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here, and let's see, one more right here and one right here. That'll define the heel better as well as the entire sole. And let's delete history. Let's create a sphere and let's give it a subdivision axis of 8, and let's rotate it 90 degrees on the X axis, and let's delete the bottom half of the sphere, delete all the faces. Let's go to the right view and delete the back half faces of the sphere, and let's go to the front view and let's try to move it and scale it to the toe box area. Let's scale this down. Try to follow the reference image. Let's move these toe box to the front so it'll match the reference image. Let's select these vertices right here and move it up. And let's turn on symmetry and let's move this up as well. Turn off symmetry. Now let's select these two edges in the front and delete them. Let's try to select the bottom edge of the toe box. And let's extrude it. Extrude it down. Let's turn on symmetry real quick. And let's try to conform these edges to the sole of the shoe. And let's delete history real quick. Let's select these edges right here. Let's turn off the symmetry tool and let's extrude it. And let's scale it on the X and let's extrude it one more time. And scale it out and let's extrude it again and scale it in and let's extrude it and scale it in. Just follow the sole and extrude it and scale it. Let's go to the right view and let's select some vertices and try to conform it to the sole. Let's follow the reference image. Move these guys down. Select this and move it in. And let's do the history real quick. Let's select these bottom edges of the shoe and extrude it. And move it out a little bit. And let's extrude it one more time. And move it out. Let's go to the right view. And let's select these vertices. And move it up. So they conform to the sole. And let's select these edges and extrude it one more time. And move it out. Extrude it one more time. And move it out. Adjust it a little bit. Extrude it one more time. Adjust it. Extrude it. And move it in a little bit. And extrude it. And move it in. And let's adjust some vertices real quick. Let's select these guys and move it up. Select these guys, move it up. Select this guy, move it up. Select this guy, move it up. Let's select some more vertices and adjust them. Let's select this guy. Let's turn on symmetry real quick and move it back. Move this guy back. Move this guy back. This guy back some more. Let's select these edges again. Let's turn off symmetry. Extrude it. And let's move it back. Let's go to select vertices, turn on symmetry again, and adjust the vertices again. Select these edges and let's extrude it one more time, but turn off the symmetry and move back. And let's extrude it one more time until they extrude it one more time till they connect together. And let's select these vertices here and merge them. Merge these guys right here. And that's the bottom half of the shoe. Let's delete history real quick. And let's go right view and let's adjust some vertices. Let's go to wireframe mode. And just follow the reference image. Let's go back to perspective view. And let's select all these edges in the opening of the shoe. And let's go to extrude real quick. Let's extrude up and scale it in. And let's extrude it one more time. Let's turn on symmetry and let's adjust these vertices. Let's go to right view and let's adjust these guys. Follow the image reference. And let's go back and delete history. Let's work on the legs of the minion some more. Let's select these vertices and scale it. Select these guys, move it up, scale it out a little bit. Select these guys, move it down a little bit. Select this edge loop right here and scale it in a little bit. Select this guy and scale it in. Let's go to the front view real quick and let's select the upper and let's align it to the middle of the sole. And let's select both of them and scale them real quick to match the reference image. And let's go to the perspective view. Let's turn on the symmetry tool and let's select these edges right here and pull them out closer to the edge of the sole. Let's select these guys and pull them out. These guys and pull them out. This guy, pull him out. Leave a little bit of space. Don't pull him out too much. Pull this guy back. Pull this guy. Push this guy back. Push this guy back a little more. Select this guy. Pull him back. Pull it out. Pull it out. Push this guy, pull it forward a little bit and out. Select this guy, pull him out a little more. And let's go to smooth preview, see how it looks. Let's turn off the select symmetry tool, and let's select all the faces of the upper. And let's go extrude, and extrude it in. Extrude it in a little more. And let's select all the faces of the upper. And let's go to mesh display and reverse. You can see a tiny little gap between the sole and the upper. So let's go to the multi-cut tool and hit Control to insert edge loop right here. And let's delete history. Let's select the upper and let's go to the outliner real quick and rename it to shoe underscore upper. And let's rename the sole to shoe underscore sole. Let's select both of these and group it. And let's call it shoe underscore GRP underscore L. Let's duplicate it to the right side as well. So let's go to edit, duplicate special. Make sure it's on copy and -1 on the X scale and duplicate it. And change it to underscore R. Let's create a new layer. Let's rename it to shoe underscore GRP and save it. Let's select both of these guys and add it to the shoe group layer. Let's quickly adjust the minion's legs again. Let's select these vertices and move them back so they'll go into the center of the shoe. Move these guys back. Move these guys back as well. Let's hit smooth mesh and let's move this guy down a little bit. Let's merge the minion's body into one mesh. Let's delete the left side of the minion's body. Let's turn off the visibility of the mouth and the goggles. And let's go to the front view and select all the center vertices of the minion. Make sure we got all of them. Go back to the front view real quick. Let's go to the move tool. Make sure it's on world and retain component spacing is off. And let's hit X and move it and snap it to the center grid. Let's try to center the pivot point of the minion. Let's go to the front view real quick. Hit D to move it and hit X to snap it to the center. Hit D again. And let's go to mesh. Let's go to mirror. Make sure these parameters are the same and mirror it. There's something weird going on in the eye. We'll just change the merge threshold and that should fix it. And let's make sure nothing else is wrong or anything weird is going on with our merge geometry. And let's bring back the mouth and goggles. There's some unevenness in the minion geometry, so let's turn on symmetry. Let's select these edges right here. And let's go to the move tool and move it forward a little bit to even it out. And let's select these edges at the corner of the mouth and pull them forward. And let's select this vertice at the top of the mouth and even it out. And let's go to the surfaces and sculpt geometry tool. And let's make sure the stroke is on reflection. Let's hold B and middle mouse drag to change the size. And let's go to pull. Let's pull some geometry out. Let's pull these guys out. Now let's smooth them. Smooth that out a little bit. Sometimes when you merge it, it's not quite even. Let's pull these guys out some more. Let's smooth it out some more. And let's pull these guys out on the bottom near the belly. And then go back and smooth it. Let's exit the sculpt geometry tool and let's go to the side view real quick. And let's go to wireframe mode and adjust some vertices right here by the head. Pull these guys out to match the reference image. Be careful with these guys, we still need to leave a indentation. And smooth these guys out. And let's delete history real quick. Let's rename the main minion mesh to Minion_body. Let's select the left glove and let's rename it to Minion_glove_L. And let's copy this and let's rename the right glove and paste it to _R. And let's create a new layer and let's call it body, BODY, and save it, and let's add the minion body to that. Let's select the minion mouth group and delete the _grp. Let's work on the overalls of the minion. Let's go to front view and let's select these faces right here. Let's go to the right view and select these faces over here. And let's turn off the visibility of the minion shoes and deselect these faces. And let's go to edit mesh real quick and select duplicate options and make sure separate duplicate faces is on. Let's delete history and let's rename this to Minion_body. Let's rename this to Minion_overall. And let's unparent the Minion overall from the whole group. And let's center the pivot real quick. And let's scale it, make it a little bit bigger. Let's go to the right view and do the same thing. Try to match the reference image. Let's reference the body layer real quick so we won't be able to select it. And let's select the overall and go to the front view. Select half the faces in the right side of the overall. Delete it. Let's select all the vertices in the middle and go to the move tool. Make sure it's on world and retain component spacing is off. And let's hit X and move it and snap it to the center. And let's go to edit real quick and go to duplicate special. Make sure it's on instance and -1 on the X scale. And let's go to the front view. And let's go to wireframe mode and adjust these vertices right here. Move these guys up. Move this up. And follow the reference image. Move it out a little bit. Move these guys up. And up. Try to follow the reference image. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Move these guys out. Move these guys out. Let's go to the right view real quick. And let's do the same thing. And select these vertices and move it up, following the reference image. Now let's select these two edges in the front, move it out. Let's select those two back edges as well. I'm trying to round out the overall pant opening. Let's try to adjust some more vertices. Let's go to the front view real quick. Let's select these vertices and try to straighten them out. Let's go to the right side and let's select these guys and straighten them out. Now let's go to the bottom side of the overall and try to straighten these guys out as well. Let's select these vertices, go to the front view, and go to wireframe mode and try to match the reference image. Select these guys, pull them up. Let's select these guys, try to match the reference image. Let's go to the right view and adjust these guys as well. Following the reference image, pull these guys up, move these guys, move this down. Let's turn on the visibility of the shoe and let's take a closer look, and you can see that the collar of the shoe is a little bit too low. So hit Control 1 to isolate it, and let's go to right view and let's select these vertices and let's flatten it, scale it and flatten it. Select all these vertices as well. Go back to perspective view and bring back the minion, and let's move it up. let's go back to the right view and let's select these vertices as well. And move it up. Select these guys and move it up. Let's select the pant leg of the minion. And let's go to the right view. And move these vertices down a little bit. Now we have to duplicate the left shoe to the right shoe, so let's delete the old one, delete the right one, and let's select it. And let's go to edit, duplicate special, go to copy, make sure it's on -1 on the X scale, and duplicate it. And rename the L to R. Let's work on the pocket of the overall. Let's go to base mesh mode. Let's go to the side view. And let's go to the multi-cut tool. And let's split an edge here and here. And one here and here. And let's hit Control and split an edge loop right here. Now let's split another edge loop on the bottom near the underside of the belly and connect these two vertices together. And let's adjust these vertices. Pull it out a little bit. Let's select these vertices and pull them down a little bit. Let's split an edge loop right here. And let's select these edges and pull it out. Pull it forward a little bit. Select these guys, pull it forward. Let's select this face and let's extrude it real quick. Extrude it in. And then move it in the x-axis. Forward. And let's do it again, extrude it again, and move it forward a little bit. This will create the hole or the pocket. And let's go to, let's see, the multi-cut tool. Insert an edge loop right here. And let's move these guys out. Move these guys in a little bit. Match the reference image. Let's move these vertices to match the reference image. Go to the multi-cut tool one more time. And let's insert, let's split an edge here, split an edge here, split an edge here, and split an edge right here. And let's move this vert down. And let's delete history real quick. Let's work on the pocket some more. Let's select this edge right here and delete it. And let's go to the multi-cut tool and split an edge right here. Let's go to right view And let's select some of these vertices. Go to the wireframe mode and move it back. Try to follow the reference image once again. Select these guys and move it back. Select these guys and move it down. This guy, move it down. Move these guys down a little more. Select these guys and move it in. These guys, move it in. Select these guys, try to match the reference image. Select these guys, move it in. Select these guys, move it in. Let's move this guy in a little more. Let's select all these vertices on and move it out to round out the pant leg. Select these edges right here on the belly and let's move it up and spread them out a little bit. Select these guys and move it down. Let's adjust the vertices on the bottom of the belly. Let's try to round it out. Pull these guys forward. Pull these guys out. Pull these guys back. Pull these guys back. Move this down a little bit. Move these guys down. Move this forward a little. Let's go to the multi-cut tool. Hit Control and hit a insert edge loop right there. And let's do another one over here. Hit Control and Shift and insert edge loop here. One here. One here. One here, one in the back, and here, and here. And let's delete history real quick. Let's adjust some more vertices since we added more edge loops. So let's move these guys up and try to round it out again. Move these guys. Adjust them, pull these guys in. Let's go to the side view and let's select these vertices and move it so it's more even. Move these guys out a little more. Select these vertices here and move it out to make it more round, give it more of a rounder shape. And let's insert an edge loop here and insert another edge loop up top. Select these edges and move it out. Try to round out the overalls, round out the shape. Let's select these edges and move it forward. Select these guys and do the same thing. Select these guys and readjust them. Let's hit Control 1 to isolate the overall, and let's select these vertices, and let's shape the leg opening. Let's try to make it more rounded. Let's try to make it a oval shape. So let's move these guys out and move these guys out. Select these verts, try to shape it to an oval. Let's delete history and hit Control 1 to bring back the minion. Let's go to surfaces. Let's go to the scope geometry tool and make sure reflection is off. Since we have instancing on, hit B and middle mouse drag to change the brush size, and let's go to pool. And let's pull some geometry out. Try to round out the overall a little bit, and let's smooth it. Let's select some edges on the overall. Let's select these guys right here. These guys. These guys. And these guys. Next, let's extrude real quick. Next, extrude in the Z-axis. Give it a little bit of thickness. let's delete history real quick. Let's go to the multi-cut tool, hit Control Shift and insert an edge loop right here. Let's insert another edge loop right here. And let's go to the multi-cut tool and connect these two vertices. Delete this vertice and let's split this edge right here. And split this one. And let's select this edge and delete it. Let's move these vertices so they'll look more rounded, or they'll round out the edge. Let's go to the right view real quick. And let's go to wireframe mode and let's try to move some vertices to match the reference image. Let's move these guys. Move these guys more to the right. Move these guys. Let's delete history and let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's go to the multi-cut tool, insert a vertice right here so the edge loop won't go all the way down. Insert edge loop right here. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and connect these two vertices. Let's go to the multi-cut tool one more time and connect, split this edge here. Let's split this edge right here. And let's delete this edge right here. Let's go to the multi-cut tool one more time and connect these two vertices right here and delete this edge. And let's adjust these vertices here, just like on the other side. Let's change it to component mode so we can select it better. Let's move these guys up. Delete history. Let's go to smooth mesh mode and take a look at it. It definitely has a sharper corner around this area right here. Next, let's merge the overalls together to be one mesh. Let's delete the right side first, select the left side and hit Ctrl 1 to isolate it and go to the front view. And let's select the vertices in the middle. Let's go to the move tool and make sure the world axis is on and the retain component spacings is off. Go to move tool and hit X to snap it to the center. And that should align and center everything. Next, let's change the pivot point. Hit D and hit move it. Change the pivot point, hit X to center it and hit D again. And let's go to mesh mirror. Make sure these parameters are the same and mirror it. And let's go to perspective view and let's take a closer look, see if there are any problems with the overall. It looks like everything is fine. Next, let's create the strap for the overalls. Let's create a plane and let's move it out. Let's rotate it negative 90 degrees on the z-axis. Let's give it a width of 0.275 and a height of 3 and a subdivision height of 14. Let's go to the right view and let's go to wireframe mode and let's move these vertices so they match the reference image. Move these guys down. Move these guys down. Just match the reference image. And move these guys down. Let's select these guys and rotate it a little bit. And let's select these guys and rotate it a little bit. Select these guys, rotate it. And let's select this one and rotate it. Not as much as the one previous. Rotate this guy. Select these guys, rotate it. Rotate it. Rotate these guys. Rotate these guys. Let's move this strap closer to the minion. And let's select these edges right here and move it closer and adjust them. Let's go to the front view and let's select these vertices real quick. And let's adjust it and follow the reference image. Let's just keep adjusting the vertices on the strap. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and insert one edge loop here and another edge loop here. And let's select some vertices and adjust them. Let's go and select faces. Let's select all the faces on the strap. And let's extrude it. Let's adjust some vertices here. Delete history real quick. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and hit Control Shift and insert an edge loop right here. Let's go to a smooth preview to see how the strap looks. And let's go to select some vertices and adjust these guys. Move this closer to the Minion. Move these closer to the Overall. Move these guys closer. Move these guys closer. Let's go to the multi-cut tool again and insert two edge loops right here and right here. Let's select this vertex right here and pull it out a little bit. Let's select this one in the back, do the same thing, pull it out a little bit. Let's select these vertices to pull them out a little bit as well. Select these guys and pull them out. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and insert edge loop right here. And right here. Now let's adjust this edge, pull this edge out. Let's delete history real quick. Duplicate the left strap to the right side. Let's center the pivot. Delete history and freeze transformations. Let's go to the front view. Hit D to change the pivot. Hit X to snap it to center. Hit D again. Let's edit duplicate special and make sure it's on copy. Let's take a look one more time. Everything looks alright. Let's create the button for the minion. Let's create a cylinder and let's move it out and let's hit Control 1 to isolate it. And let's give it a subdivision axis of 16 and a height of 0.3. And let's select this vertex right here. Hit F11 to select all the faces. Let's go extrude. And let's extrude in. And let's hit G to extrude one more time. And let's extrude down. Let's hit G one more time. And extrude in. Let's hit G one more time and extrude down. Let's hit G one more time and extrude in. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and hit Control and insert an edge loop right here. And let's go to the insert edge loop tool, insert edge loop right here. Let's insert another edge loop right next to it, and another one. Let's insert edge loop right here and right here, and another one inside right here. And let's select these edges. And delete them. Let's select both of these edge loops right here and move it down to create like a more rounded shape. Let's go to the multi-cut tool, insert edge loop right here. Let's select the vertice on the bottom and hit F11 to select the face and go extrude. Extrude in a little bit. Hit G and extrude one more time. Let's select these faces. These edges. Let's select these edges and delete them. Let's delete history. Let's select this vertice right here and hit F11 to select all the faces. Hit Shift greater than to select all these faces. And let's scale in. And let's select these two edge loops right here and scale it as well. And let's scale it vertically to make it a little bit thinner. And let's insert one more edge loop right here. Let's delete history real quick. Let's create the thread for the buttons. Let's create a cylinder real quick. And let's move it over. And let's give it a subdivision of 8. And let's rotate it on -90. And let's scale it real quick, 0.129. And let's select these edges and delete them as well as on the other side. Let's move the cylinder so it sits on top of the button. And let's scale it. Let's move it down a little bit. And let's select these faces right here and extrude it and scale it. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Scale it, extrude it and scale it. And let's go to the multi-cut tool and hit Control Shift. Insert an edge loop at 30% and 60%. Let's move it down a little more so it sits on top of the button. I use the multi-cut tool and insert edge loop here and here. Let's move it down a little more. Scale it out. And let's select these two edge loops and lift it up a little bit so it's kind of curves a little bit. Select these guys and select these vertices and move it down. And let's scale it out. Let's scale it in a little more. Make it a little bit thinner. Let's move it down a little bit. Let's go to smooth preview and delete history. Let's select this thread and duplicate it. And let's go to E and rotate, and let's hold J and rotate it 90 degrees. Let's select these vertices and pull them up a little bit. Let's rename this thread to thread 1. Let's rename this one to thread 2. Let's rename this to button. Let's center the pivot, delete history, and freeze transformations in all 3 of these geometries. And let's select the button and all the threads and group it. Go to edit, group, and let's rename this to button underscore grp. Let's add underscore L. Let's add 1. And let's center the pivot really quick on the group. Let's hit Control 1 to bring back the minion. And let's scale the button. And let's bring it closer to the strap area. And scale it some more. Let's rotate it. And let's go to the move tool, make sure it's an object axis. And let's bring it closer and scale it a little bit more. And move it closer. Let's rotate a little bit. And let's rotate it counterclockwise a little bit. Let's duplicate this button group. And let's change button 1 to button 2. And let's move it back to the back of the strap. Let's change it to world axis. Move it back here. Change it back to object. And let's rotate it. And let's try to position it correctly. Rotate it and just try to adjust it and make it fit perfectly. Let's rotate this clockwise. Rotate this guy a little bit. Let's select the button 1 group and button 2 group and group it. And let's call it button underscore grp underscore L. And let's go to the duplicate special real quick. And let's make sure it's copy and -1 on the X scale. And let's rename this button grp underscore R, and the same for the subgroups. And let's take a look at it. It looks pretty good. Let's work on creating the belt loop for the overalls on the minion. Let's go to create and let's go to pipe. And let's rotate it -90 in the Z axis. And -90 on the X axis. Let's select the right half of the pipe and delete it. And let's scale this and move it closer to the Minion Overall. Let's give it a thickness of 0.2. And let's scale it some more. Let's move it closer. Scale it horizontally, and scale it vertically. Let's insert edge loop right here. Scale it some more. Scale it in a little more. Let's scale this really quick and move it up a little bit. Let's go to wireframe on shaded and scale it in and move it out a little more. And let's select this guy and duplicate it. Let's move it out and rotate it. And let's see how that looks. And let's change it to object axis. And let's duplicate it one more time and move it back. Rotate it a little bit. Move this back. Let's duplicate it one more time. Move this back. Let's go to world axis and move this back here. Let's rotate an X negative 180 degrees, so it'll be straight. Let's move this in. Let's rename everything. Let's rename this belt loop 1, and let's copy it real quick. And let's paste it here, and paste it here, and paste it here. Let's select these three guys, and let's group it real quick. And let's rename it belt underscore loop underscore group underscore L. And let's go to duplicate special, make sure it's on copy and should be on the right side, and let's rename it to underscore R. And let's put belt loop 4 into belt loop group L. And let's take a look at the minion. Let's create a new layer and let's call it overall, and let's save it, and let's add the overalls to it. Let's create a new plane, and this will be for the pocket. Let's rotate it at 90 degrees. Let's move it up, and let's give it a subdivision width of 6 and a subdivision height of 4. And let's go to the front view and let's center it. Hit X to center it, and let's scale it to match the reference image. Scale a little more. Scale it widthwise. And let's turn on symmetry real quick. And let's select these vertices and match the reference image of the pocket. Move these guys down, move these guys down. Move it in, move it out. Move these guys in, move these guys in. Select these guys, move it up. Select these guys, move it up. Select this guy, move it up. Select these guys, move it up. These guys right here. And let's go to perspective view and see how it looks. Let's select all the edges of the pocket and extrude it a little bit. And let's insert an edge loop right on the top. And let's go to the right view. And let's move it closer to the overalls. And let's turn on symmetry real quick. Let's select these guys on the side and pull them in. Let's do that one more time. Select these guys on the side and pull it in into the overall mesh. Select these guys, push them in. Select these guys, push them in. These guys. Let's select these guys and pull it out, and select these guys and pull it out as well. These guys and pull it out, and these guys pull it out. These guys pull it out. Select these guys, pull it out some more. I think there might be too much of a gap in the pocket, so let's select these guys and push them back in. Push these guys back in. Just a little bit, push it back in. Let's see how that looks. Now let's work on the hair of the minion. Let's turn off symmetry and let's create a cylinder and move it out. Let's give it a division of 8 and let's select faces and let's select all these faces on the bottom and delete them. Let's select this cylinder, the top of the cylinder, and move it to the top of the minion's head. And let's scale it. Let's give it a scale of 0.013. And let's go to the front view and let's go to create curve tools and EP curve tool, and let's create this curve right here. Follow the reference image. And let's hit enter. And let's adjust the vertex a little bit to make it a little bit smoother. Adjust this guy, pull it up. Let's go to curves. Let's go to rebuild curves and give it a span of 12. Rebuild it. Now let's turn on wireframe on shaded. Let's select the curve and let's center the pivot. Let's go to the top view, hit D to change the pivot, and move it to the beginning of the curve. And let's go to the front view, hit and move it up, and try to adjust the pivot to the end of the curve. Let's hit D again. Let's select the cylinder and select the vertex and hit F11 to select all the faces and select the curve and extrude. Give it a division of 16 and give it a taper of 0.3. Let's select these vertices at the end and rotate it, and let's insert an edge loop right here. Let's select these vertices again and rotate it down and move it down into the minion head geometry. Let's delete history real quick. Let's delete this curve. And make sure everything's right. Let's select the hair. Let's go to top view. Let's go to wireframe mode and let's move it and rotate it to match the reference image. Let's go to front view and let's select these vertices. Try to match the reference image. Try to match these guys up. Pull these guys up. Pull these guys up. So pull this guy up. Let's go to the duplicate and let's go to top view and wireframe mode again. And let's try to match these guys up to the reference image. Let's go to the front view and let's select these vertices and pull them down to match the other hair. Pull these guys down, pull these guys down. Let's select these edge loops right here, hit Control and delete them. And let's move these guys down. Move these guys down. Let's select this edge loop and hit Control and delete. And let's move all these vertices closer. Move these guys up. Move these guys up. Try to give it a nice curve. Let's delete history. Let's select this hair follicle and let's go to the top view and let's go to edit and duplicate it. Let's move it to here and rotate it. Follow the reference image. Let's select these vertices. Let's go to the front view and let's move this down. Move these guys down. Try to follow the reference image. Adjust these guys a little bit. move these guys down. Let's select this edge loop right here and delete it. And let's move these vertices back. Let's try to adjust all these guys. Let's rotate this a little bit. Rotate these guys. Rotate this guy a little bit. Rotate these guys. Let's select this hair follicle and let's go to the top view and wireframe mode, and let's edit duplicate it and move it up and rotate it. Match the reference image. Let's select this other hair follicle and let's do the same thing. Duplicate it, move it, and rotate it. Let's select this one. Let's go to edit, duplicate, and move it to here and rotate it. And let's move these guys down a little bit into the minion head geometry. Let's adjust the hair follicles that we duplicated. Let's rotate this guy a little bit. Let's select this one and select some vertices and pull them out a little bit. Select this guy and let's select some edge loops. Select this one here and control delete it. Let's select another one and control delete. And select these vertices and move it back to match the reference image. So go to right view and adjust these vertices real quick. Match the reference image. That looks pretty good. Let's do the other one. And let's go to the right view. Let's select these vertices here. And move it up. Let's go to wireframe mode so we can see what's going on. Select these guys, pull it down a little bit. Adjust these guys some more. And let's pull it up. Let's pull these vertices up a little bit. And this one's kind of crooked, so let's move it. Let's rename all the hair on the minion. Let's select this guy, delete history, and rename it to hair 1. Hit enter. And let's copy it and select the next one and paste it. It'll automatically rename itself hair 2. Select the next one, paste it. And that'll be hair 3. Select the next one, paste it. Okay, hair 4. This guy, paste it. Hair 5, and select this guy and paste it. It'll be hair 6. And let's select this geometry right here and rename it to pocket. And let's select all the hair and let's go to edit, group. And let's group it. And let's let's rename it to hair underscore grp underscore L. Enter. Make sure the pivot is centered, and let's go to duplicate special and make sure it's on copy and -1 on the X scale. And let's go to duplicate special. And now let's turn off wireframe on shaded and see how that looks. I think that looks alright. Let's rename the hair group underscore L1 to underscore R. And let's work on the Minion's tonsils. Let's select these two faces right here. Let's go to extrude and extrude in the x-axis. Extrude one more time and pull it down and in a little bit. Let's extrude one more time and one more time, and let's pull it out a little bit this time and extrude one more time, and let's pull it in. And let's select this edge right here and pull it down. Let's go to smooth mesh, see how it looks. I think it looks alright. Let's select this vertex right here and pull it out. And let's go to select symmetry tool real quick. Let's go to the multi-cut tool and split these edges right here. And let's delete these edges right here. Let's select these vertices and move it up. And move this one and move it up as well. Let's select these guys. Move it out. Select those guys, move it out, and move these guys out. Let's select these guys, try to move them out so they have more of a definition or a curve. Select the back ones and move it out as well. Guys, move it in. Let's select all of these guys, move it out a little bit, and select these guys and make it a little bit wider. And let's select these guys and make it thinner. Let's turn off symmetry, let's delete history and take a look. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's go to select these edges here. And let's scale it really quick, just a little bit. And I think that looks alright. Let's rename the strap real quick. Let's select it and let's rename it to overall underscore strap underscore L, and let's copy it and let's paste it here and change the L to R. Let's select all these guys and group it, and let's rename it overall. Never mind, let's rename it Minion underscore overall underscore grp, and let's take a look. The Minion, or let's turn off the visibility of the goggles real quick just to see the eye shape and the headband, the details in there. It really helps with the goggles sitting on top of the eyeball area, and the tonsils also give it some detail. This concludes modeling Minion Part 3. In Part 4, we will UV map the Minion and export it into Substance Painter.